He be like, come on, love, girl, do your dance. Give him all my love because he don't play about with love. I don't mean no harm. You got to get your own. Cause that man there, that's my man. He got a smooth walk. He got no crowd when he talk. He ain't shy, no hard work. He loves his mama and he goes to church. He don't care if them kids peace. He's gonna raise them like they is. It's hard to find one, but if you can, you better get you a southern man.
Back in the day, I heard an old woman say, ain't nothing like a southern man. Nothing like a southern man. I asked her how could she tell them apart. She put her hand right on her heart by the way that he wears his pants. By the way that he wears his pants. Yeah. Now she was talking in a little so deep. I thought she was talking about his jeans. So Mr. Charlie walked up with a smile on his face, and I see just what she mean. That man got a smooth walk. He kinda growl when he talk. Ain't shy, no hard work. He loves his mama and he go to church. He don't care if them kids are his. He gon' raise them like they is. It's hard to find one, but if you can't, you better get you a southern man. That woman was so proud with that man on her arm. Had me trying to chase him down all over town to see if he had a son. She said, Charlie ain't he just a man, but he's everything I need. And now I want nothing other than a smooth southern brother that's head over heels for me. That woman had her word, and now I'm happy asking me. And if you listen to what we're saying to you, you'll see just what we mean. A southern man got a smooth walk. He kind of growl when he talk. He ain't shy, no hard work. He loves his mama and he go to church. He don't care if them kids see. No, he's gonna raise them like they is. It's hard to find one, but if you can't, you better get you a southern man. Now say, oh, southern man. Yes, I do.
Feels like a dream, feels like magic. Now I believe I can have it.
See, oh, man, southern man, yes, my mind that I was gonna find.
Hold on, wait, I know that ain't what I think it is. But, man, let me call Kay.
See, oh, man, so good. Yes, I do. When I walked out, I made up in my mind that I was gonna love on me. He leaves his waterproof car. He holds my hand in the store. We drink the same whiskey and he loves to dance. He be like, come on, love, girl, do your dance. Give him all of my love because he don't play about with love. I don't mean no harm. You got to get your. Cause that man there, that's my man. He got a smooth walk. He kinda cry when he talk. He ain't shy no hard work. He loves his mama and he goes. He's gonna raise him like they is. It's hard to buy one, but if you can, you better get you a southern man.
Back in the day, I heard an old woman say, ain't nothing like a southern man, a southern man. I asked her how could she tell them apart. She put her hand right on her. Now she was talking in a little so deep. I thought she was talking about his jeans. So Mr. Charlie walked up, a smile on his face, and I see just what she means. That man got smooth walk. He kind of cried when he's hard to find one, but if you can't, you better get you a southern man. That woman was so proud with that man on her arm. Had me trying to chase him down all over town to see if he had a son. She said, Charlie ain't he's just a man, but he's everything I need. And now I want nothing other than a smooth southern brother that's head over heels for me. I took that woman at her word, and now I'm happy asking me. And if you listen to what we're saying to you, you'll see just what we mean. A southern man got a smooth walk. He kind of cry when he talk. He ain't shy no hard. He love his mama and he go to church. He don't care if them kids is his. No, he's gonna raise them like they is. It's hard to find one, but if you can, you better get you a southern man. Now say, oh, southern man. Yes, I do.
Oh man, look at that. That's almost gone right there. I can try to holler at her. Excuse me. Hey, Miss Vic, what's yours?
Maria.
Oh, that's a beautiful name. Yeah, you know what? Let's cut to the chase. Really would love to get to know you better.
You just hooked up with some woman.
Yeah, but maybe you worried about the wrong thing. Because if you give me a chance, let me tell you what I'll do. I'll treat you right. Treat you good. And I won't care about nothing. Nothing new.
And you gotta know,
Yeah, I do, but I was hoping that maybe to be my shorty on the side. My shorty on the side. Girl, you can come on the side. I want you anything you like. To take you around the world. And I would never have to lie to you. You would be my soul. My side piece, my friend, baby. And you anything that you ask me to. Be my shot on the side. Be my shot on the side. Be my shorty on the side. My shorty on the side. My shorty on the side. Cause it's true. I swear, give me a chance. I treat you right, and I treat you good, and I won't care about nothing. You, baby.
Ain't you got enough,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I was hoping that baby you could be my show. Be my shot on the side. Girl, we can do it up on the side. I'll find you anytime you like it. We can take you around the world. And I would never have denied you would be my
Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here in Louisiana Chick. Hey, Braylon. Hey, Diego. Thank y'all for being here. Yeah. Just vibe to this Louisiana music until I get everything together. I'll be with you shortly.
all you gotta do is be my son on the side. Be my shorty on the side. Because it's true, I gotta know. You don't know what you're missing. Check this out. You like this. We can take a trip around the world. That would get outside to you. You would be my jump on my side. My friend, the benefits. And buy you anything you like me to. All you gotta do is be my shorty on the side. My shorty on the side. I'm thinking about it, baby. No, I think I'm in love. Jump on whatever. With all these things on the side. Listen, I can help you with the kids. Got a bunch up. Take you to Wildfire. Every one of them. Did you say they all about me? Yeah. You should just said that in the first place. Kids for my class. One, two, three, four.
This is for all the ladies. Tired of the average man? What your man can't do, your teddy bear can. Wipe your tears. I'm here to squeeze your tight. Oh,
Say it's time for all the games folks have put you through. If you can't be number one, you won't be number two. I know one woman can be more than just the average can. You'll never be the same. Love is so good, it's a shame. I make you scream my name as I rock your body again and again. I can feel you with a feeling. I don't really need a reason, cause I'm all about pleasing. I'm stuck to completion, so please don't do no teasing. Oh baby, it's your season.
I'm glad to jam it.
Check it out. Sing time of all the games folks have put you through. If you can't be number one, you won't be number two. I know one woman can be more than just the average can. You'll never be the same. Love is so good, it's a shame. Scream my name as I rock your body again and again. I got to love you with a feeling. I don't really need a reason, cause I'm all about pleasing. I'm stuck to completion, so please don't do no teasing. Oh baby, it's your season. You say it's time for all the games folks have put you through. If you can't be number one, you won't be number two. I know one woman can be more than just the average can. You'll never be the same. Love is so good, it's a shame. I make you scream my name as I rock your body again and again. I can feel you with a feeling. I don't really need a reason, cause I'm all about pleasing. I'm stuck to completion.
Yeah.
Oh baby, it's your season.
They mad, but I don't give a damn. It is what it is, man. They've been killing us for centuries. If the gun doesn't fit, you must acquit. Yes, Shell, get your red cup. And Shell over here.
Get fee-free overdraft up to $200. Install the Chime app today and get started.
If you're over 60 and live independently, you need to watch this. The number one fear of aging Americans is
You know it. You got it. And you might as well show it. So, girl, you got it. Act like you know it. Like you know it. Girl, you got it. And you might as well show it. Girl, you got it. Act like you know it. Act like you know it. Like you know it. Girl, you got it. And you might as well show it. Don't be shy. Girl, you got it. Let's have a good time. Girl, you got it. Girl, you got it. Girl, don't be ashamed. Girl, you got it. Way to your body. Hey there, baby. I see you looking good tonight. Get your high heels on. And your dress tight. Ooh, you smell so good. And you look so nice. I wanna get next to you, babe. If only for just one night. Girl, I've been trying so hard, trying to find the words to explain the way you move your body, baby, and make it hard to maintain. Ooh, I got to tell you, baby, the way that I feel. I can't sugarcoat it, baby. I gotta tell you like it is. Act like you know it. You got it. And you might as well share it. Girl, you got it. Girl, you got it. Act like you know it. Like you know it. Girl, you got it. And you might as well share it. Girl, you got it. Don't be shy. Girl, you got it. Let's have a good time. Girl, you got it. Girl, don't be shy. Your body. Say you look real good tonight. I just go with your thing. Say you look real good tonight. I just really wanna know your name. Girl, you got it. Act like you know it. Girl, you got it. You might as well show it. Girl, you got it. Don't be shy. Girl, you got it. Girl, you got it. Girl, don't be ashamed. Girl, you got it. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here at Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick, and I am Louisiana Chick. Tonight we're gonna be discussing OJ, Funky Wanda, and content creator beefs. But I want to acknowledge everybody in the chat. Y'all just don't know. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4, whatever. I'm always excited about people coming to support. And let me just say, Braylon Lee, I don't care if it's rain, sleet, or snow. Braylon Lee is going to be here. We got my boy Diego here. We got House of Queens TV who has almost got me sent to jail many a time. I'm done. I feel so special. Yes, I really do. And I appreciate y'all support. I think by now everyone knows that OJ Simpson has expired. The internet streets are on fire about OJ passing. I don't have to tell a lot of you about the situation where you watch the shows, you watch the documentaries, all that stuff. But yes, OJ Simpson has passed away at the age of 76. I want to give my condolences to his family. Regardless to what, he still got a family. They still loved him, whatever. And in the media, there's a lot of back and forth controversy on the, his last ex-wife and whether he did it or not. And I don't mean to be insensitive. I honestly do not. But what I will say is this. For centuries, we have been raped, mutilated, taken from our home country, you name it. I'm not excusing what OJ did, cause let's just be honest. We all know he did. We all know he had a hand in it anyway. He did not do it himself, but we know he had a hand in it. But it amazes me how people can come out and speak about why he shouldn't be I don't even know the words to say. It amazes me that they don't seem to understand this is a one-time event. OJ had to learn from this whole event. You had a beautiful Nubian princess as your wife. And like many other athletes, you chose to go over there and get Becky with the stringy hair. And after Becky gets to a certain point, she decides that she no longer needs you. She doesn't want you. But OJ did the extreme. You hear me? I don't wish death on anybody. I honestly don't. That lady had children with, and all that stuff. Just like his first wife had children. But it is what it is. It happened. P.N.2 Ross. I know he didn't do it himself. But I ain't gonna lie, he had it done. That's simple as that. You know, I believe in my spirit that he did not physically do anything to his ex-wife. But I absolutely believe he had it done. And I'm big on the ID channel, all that type of stuff. And there was a serial killer that admitted to being paid by OJ to absolutely unalive his wife. The young man that was actually with her at the time, he was just collateral damage. It happened. It's hard for me to empathize when it's situations like this because there's so much that goes on in our own community that is overlooked, never solved, and never given any concern. My condolences go out to the Simpson family. I pray that God will give you peace in your time of turmoil. Because regardless of what we think, he still had family that love and adored him. And my heart does go out to them. But I'm going to just leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to move on to our next topic, which is Mayor Tiffany Lil Wayne Henyard. And if you want to know why I call her Lil Wayne Henyard, it's because she looked like him. She does. She is the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. And she operates as a dictator. Like, let's say, Adolf Hitler. And she likes to go into meetings and tell the trustees on the board they should be ashamed of voting against what she wants because y'all are black. Y'all are black. You are robbing your residents who are black. And it troubles me in my soul with that situation solely because it's so hard for us to get a seat at the table where we can make a change. And then everybody that she is harassing, bullying, and disregarding helped her to get into the position that she is. And then she gets there and this is what she does. She depletes the town's funds. She lies. She uses the police department as her own goon squad to harass residents, to harass people journalists that are coming in just to try to get the story and get a account of what may be happening. But now they have hired Lori Lightfoot. And if you're not familiar with Lori Lightfoot, I suggest you just look her up. And Lori Lightfoot will be spearheading this investigation into what's really going on in the city of Dalton. Contractors, you name it, aren't being paid. This lady has taken it upon herself to build a skating ice rink. And that's cool if it's for the public. But the public cannot access the skating rink without it being an event for her. She named the skating rink Just Ice after her daughter, whose name is Justice. She has stopped a doctor start a business in the city that would give like free groceries to people in need. She has utilized the police department as her personal security. Any of the residents that do anything or try to speak out against her, they are harassed by Dalton police. The chief of police is Mr. Lacey Brown. And shout out at Late Night Crew because he went to Dalton. He actually spoke to residents, he spoke to trustees, he spoke and he filmed like the entire like shenanigans of what is going on. However, Miss Tiffany Henyard in the meeting that was just had that she had to attend, she was much more back because she knew that she had eyes and ears on her and she could not bully or she can bully the residents, the trustees, or whatever, because that's been her normal thing that she does. With lavish trips to bang $50,000, $60,000 SUVs. She's done it all. She has done it all. And she sits on that throne as though she's done nothing wrong. Mind you, this is a woman that has a criminal background. She was a car thief. The people in that city chose to overlook her criminal past because they believed in her. And she got in office and she turned into Adolf Hitler. Literally, the whole situation is the whole situation is like Adolf Hitler. Anything and everything should come through her. It's sad and it's sickening. And it breaks my heart for us as people of color to get a seat at a table. They already don't want us there. Those people that you are degrading, talking down on, they helped you to get into office. You get into office, and this is what you do. The only reason, allegedly, and in my opinion, why they haven't came and arrested her and her goon squad is because it's a predominantly Black town. So the way that I think, they don't care because the mayor is Black, the majority of the residents are Black. So let them be their own demise. Those people are suffering. And shout out at Shay at Late Night Crew because Shay left his home, caught a flight, and went to Dalton to film the entire meeting. It was so sad. It was heartbreaking to listen to some of the residents of that town and the things that they have went through. What pains me is because, okay, honey, these are stories that we got from our grandparents. What they went through in Jim Crow South. In a position and you are exactly, if not worse, just like the slave masters of the South. You're misusing funds to help those in need. You shut down a doctor that was wanting to start a nonprofit market where people that may not have food or money for food, they could just come there and get what they needed. Like, who turns down something like that? I praise God that not one day in my life I've ever gone hungry. I praise God that not one day in my life my children have ever gone hungry. But there are people out there that are going hungry, that are homeless, that don't know what to do. And for Tiffany, Lil Wayne Henyard to veto down the doctor's brilliant selfless effort to help the community. It pains me. It hurts me. Tiffany is not fit for office. Tiffany is not fit for the doghouse. And I know I say, but she's not fit for office. She don't have the empathy for people. She doesn't have the if you're a person that cannot take, never gonna be anywhere. And Tiffany is that person, and it hurts me. She don't hurt me, but the thought of people that are in need hurts me in that community. And shout out to everybody that's been covering this story. Shay from Late Night Crew. Henyard is hungry. Shawani Burns, Anton Danwoody, because they've been covering this story. It's bad. Expect others to treat us right when we're not treating us right. We can't. It's sad and unnecessary. It just is. And it breaks my heart. If you come to my house and you in need, honey, I don't care if it's my last, I give it to you because I was raised like that. It's so sad that people will spend hundreds of dollars on tennis shoes, but won't help somebody on the street living under a bridge. Oh my God. I pray blessings upon blessings on those people that don't have a home, that don't know where their next meal is coming from. I do. And with that being said, we're going to go on to our next topic. Wanda Moho Leaf. Child. If your child is misbehaving in school, if your child doesn't want to do their homework, I'm going to tell you this. Turn on a video of Wanda. Wanda will inspire your child to read, to write, to spell, all that stuff, because who wants to grow up and be like Wanda? She is so hateful, so illiterate, so trifling. She is all of that. The disdain and the hatred that Wanda carries for male is absolutely unbelievable. I don't know if Wanda Hey Bray
Hey, how's it going?
is going. I don't know if Wanda just dislikes Mel because maybe she feels like that's why she's not on the show anymore, or if somebody that she really wanted to be with like resembles Mel, and I don't know. I've wrecked my brain like trying to figure out why do you hate her so much, because if it were not for Mel, you know what I'm saying, bringing your daughter and her wife to the forefront, like where would they be? Your daughter's wife would still be buttering popcorn at the theater, and Tisha would still be frying bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I honest to God, like I don't understand like what her disdain for Mel is. I really don't. Like Wanda generally hates Mel. It's the
You know, you know,
craziest thing.
you know what it is. I think when you were never accepted and you were never chosen and you have done all you could do and you still feel nothing. I think hurt people hurt people. Um, because it seems to me that Wanda's existence doesn't matter to anybody. And so, because Melody's existence does matter, she is attacking that because she has no existence of herself as Wanda. It's really unbecoming. It's trifling and tattered behavior. Because truly, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, you are a
Right.
grandmother. Grandmothers and grandfathers are usually the elders and the roots of any family. I don't know of any family that would claim Wanda as a family member
Right.
in real life. You know what I mean? And this is no shade to her, but actions are how people know you. How you carry yourself is how people remember you. I mean, quite frankly, when the Scots went on Family Feud, did y'all see Uncle Wanda there? No, because Steve Harvey would have dragged her ass.
Now, but she wasn't there because Marcel is ashamed of Wanda.
Well, I mean, he did say that she's in association with snakes and cockroaches. That's what he said on the Instagram live.
And I agree. I agree.
Listen, I'm just repeating the facts that are out there. But it really saddens me because it's like, hello, welcome up.
Thank you.
No problem. Or you
Doing
sound a
well.
little muffled. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's what it is.
What
I
are
have
your
you up on the
thoughts?
second tab. Yeah, that's sad. Oh, this is so heartbreaking. Um, and although I did kind of laugh when you said that about Wanda, I'm like, I got a fourth grader. Like, girl, let me show you this. You better go in here and read these books and get these AR points. Uh, so I did think about that. But one thing that Braylon said that really kind of struck me, and I do tell this to my older kid who's a teenager, who's in high school, is when people don't have a core, when they don't have a who they are and what their purpose is outside it, when that comes from outside of self, that doesn't come from inside of self, you're going to get a chaos agent. And so she's learning as a young
Yeah.
person who is growing and developing um, these traits that are beginning very early. That woman did not wake up and become 50, 60, 70 years old, you know what I'm saying, with grandkids just starting to behave in that manner. That's not a new behavior.
Hmm.
And so it's just really unfortunate in our community that it's so hard. And I do think, like he said, a lot of it comes from deprivation, a lack of resources, both as a human being and in your external environment. People who are, struggling and, maybe they catch the bag or they get it and they ain't going back and that kind of thing. It really does lead to some very harmful and hurtful behaviors to any and everybody that they feel may threaten that, because it is just so precious. You think about um, how hurt people move through the world, and it's just really unfortunate that our creators can't, with all the content that there is out there to cover, like you can do it in a way that just isn't completely tearing down and hurting other people. So thank you for allowing me to
Yeah.
come up. I'm usually with you guys in the morning, when I start my work day with Chef and stuff in the morning. So shout out to the fam over there as well. All of us creators are out here really working hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, there is content out there that we can cover. We can cover it in a responsible way. We can cover it in a way. Yeah, we can keep about it. Some of the stuff is kind of funny. Like, bro, y'all told all y'all business down to the Beyonce internet, huh? Go ahead. Uh, but
Right.
what's going on in that situation, and it's just like the Tiffany Henyard situation. The mayor that they had before her was corrupt. They wanted him gone. So you go and you use the words, you use the language, you use the things that our culture and our community built
Hmm.
as a sense of pride, as a sense of almost protection as well. And you
Correct.
use that and you turn around and you turn around
Right.
and it's just as bad, if not worse, because the call is coming from inside the house.
Very
So
well
how do
said.
you protect, how do you protect against that? So,
Right.
hey, family, I'm
And
going to take
see
down some
what bothers me,
Yeah,
what bothers me with Tiffany is because they want us to fail. They want us to do bad. And you're hurting your own people. And that's what bothers me the most with Tiffany. Like, I can't get down with it. I just cannot.
there are 100,000 major U.S. cities across the United States. I think there are like 80 something black mayors.
Right.
That's the problem with what she's doing. Is that no matter how much we want to
And
say that,
then
hey, that's her
look,
problem,
and
yes,
then she
it's a us problem.
yeah, and then she's a woman. Oh my God, you could have done so much
So
because we
much.
always had to prove ourselves. Like, and you didn't. Like, it kills me. It kills me.
And the part that really hurts is the thing that's going on now with the federal investigation. Aside from whatever you do or don't think about Lori Lightfoot, you can just, argue with the Google on that because it's a lot there. The trip, they never should have been in Las Vegas to begin with. What
Right.
that conference was for, she really didn't have the position to spend the money to go out there in the first place, and then someone gets hurt in one of the most
Yeah.
damaging ways possible. This ain't a car wreck. This ain't somebody
But
falling down
can
somebody's
you
or getting
believe,
drunk at a
like,
party. Yeah, this ain't nobody's
listen,
falling at the pool or having a car wreck, because they was having too much fun on it. No, this is a serious crime against between people you brought with you. This wasn't even no vagrant. This wasn't no bridesmaid. This were people that you brought with you, and you wasn't even supposed to be there to begin with. And you
right,
treat the victim like the perp, and you treat the perp with protection. And man, like there is so much there in our community who to unpack, like how you throw her to the wolves. Ultimately, that human loses their job, and yet the
right.
trustee is still,
Like,
hanging in the
it's
basement.
so
From what I
sad.
can understand, like one minute
Like,
he was there
okay,
in the basement,
then
girl.
my whole thing was, yeah, my whole thing was, you're a woman and you're raising a daughter or whatever. Why? Okay, you cannot tell me that you would be sitting back silently. I don't care if it ruined everything. If you did it, you did it. Oh my God, like that horrifies me. It just does. Like, that woman came to you because she trusted you, and you told her that you would take care of it, even though you
Yep,
said it would ruin you.
I
That
think I think
wig ruined her. The wig is what ruined her. But you did that, and you're a
that
woman.
was the
Like,
worst
oh my
part of the
God.
story is that she told that
Yeah,
girl she was gonna help her out, and then she went and did everything she could to make sure that there was no accountability for that crime. What in the unholy but Jesus?
I think what that honestly goes to is, and I'm gonna use Monopoly for example, right? If you see a way to get Park Place and Boardwalk, are you going to are you going to play the game long and slow, or are you going to make your moves hard and fast? If you want control of the game to win Park Place and Boardwalk, you don't want anyone else coming. The problem with that is you have to maintain that control. To relate that point to this, some people receive power, and because they get so used to it, they forget the responsibilities of the power that they were given. And when you, in to Miss uplifting tea, back to my point of when you when you don't have a core and you think, oh, okay, I'm in government, I can do this, this, and that. It's like, no, there's parameters. Because my thing
There's
is,
rules to this. Someone wrote you a manual. You should have read that. People in my
that
generation remember that song.
no, no, absolutely. And the thing is, in terms of being a mayor or a person in power, would you do what you did to somebody that you know? And if you would do it to anybody that you know, you should do it. You should have that same energy for somebody who's a damn human being.
Braylon. Braylon. She knew this lady because that was her assistant. She knew her.
So in that case, if you
Dalton
do it to
is
somebody
not
you know, that makes you,
undefeated.
we have words in psychology for that. They usually start with socio and end with.
Right.
No, understood. I was just saying it goes back to a moral compass. That's what I was trying to say. So
Absolutely. And she clearly seems to be lacking one.
It's so sad. Like, I don't think people really grasp, like, um SA, because after the physical wounds heal, the emotional scars are still there. And
For
a
years,
lot
if
of
not
people,
decades.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
And that's why I
It's
recently covered
terrible.
the
Like,
I covered the thing in Klein ISD on my channel. I was up at midnight. I really should have been up because I bring my kids to school like 6:30 in the morning. I gotta get up and do fair five. My team make sure she all cute. And it just broke my heart to know that in February 2023, these people worked at the same school. One teacher found out because her kid had been involved in the essay. Her kid had been trafficked into the ring of children with the essay.
oh my God.
And when one
Mm,
teacher told on the other teacher, guess who got fired? I can tell you it
mm,
wasn't the person connected to the essay ring. That person
mm, mm,
was
mm.
ultimately told they could either resign or be terminated. That other person was brought back in August for a brand new school year and was not terminated until this month, 14 months later, after that first teacher made her
Oh
initial
my
complaint.
God. Oh my
The
God.
victims are 15, 16, and 17 currently that are charged. And that usually means that there are probably other people that got some other stuff going on, or they can't get to those victims because the teacher and the person that she worked with, so it's a male and a female, a Jeff and Jess Lane combination, if you will, they targeted runaways. So you the teacher in school, you know the kids who are having a rough
Yeah.
home life. Hey, I can help you make some money. You out on the street, your parents will put you out. Hey, let me put you in touch with somebody that can help you out. And that's the help that they found.
Mm,
And so with
it,
Tiffany, it
it's
is just so crazy how the people in power will protect the predator and let them eat on the prey. Just eat. And predators never target
it's
one man.
so crazy, but you know what? They are predators. And I don't want to go back way back before the Civil War and stuff, like to bring up stuff today. But a lot of this stuff does correlate with what we're going through today. People try to dismiss it and say it has nothing to do with it, but it really does. Like those slaves on those plantations were having babies at the age of 6 and stuff like that. So um oh my God. That it tears me
Yeah,
up
and
inside.
remember, once it was
It really
outlawed, it was okay. And what people don't understand, because that's why it's really broke my heart. I know people in that school district. Like my best friend is still a mental health coordinator at my kids' school. So like the 99% of those people that show up every day for no money, who are doing right by our kids, who protect our kids by the thousands, have to live with the tarnish
mm,
and the shame of these legitimate bad actors, because the teachers was the one who tricked it out. The admin left this woman
yeah,
on the
yeah,
job. And it just goes back
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
when they outlawed slavery. It in 1800, so they outlawed the importation of new slaves. Well, that was fine because it made the price of the ones that were already here more valuable. And because you already had breeding plantations,
Exactly.
literally you could ship somebody
Yes.
to
Oh my
South
God.
Carolina or
And
North
no,
Carolina.
and it's so sad that they don't know about it. Like
Ain't it
people
sad?
don't understand. They
I'm
were
from Texas. My
breeding
grandma's
them.
94. She just made transition, like literally just made transition. She from Eunice, matter of fact. That
Yeah,
just goes to show, yeah,
they're
we was
breeding.
around the corner.
They were breeding us like cattle.
You could literally
Mama
kiss
could
somebody
have
and shoot
sex
them
with
there.
her son and have a yeah. It's crazy.
And
It's
then you would
crazy.
get to split the offspring. So, like, if my woman was with your man, whatever offspring they had, the first one could go to the woman's owner, and then the second one could go back to the male's owner. And like, people will never understand just the depth and the complexity of that system and how, number one, how much wealth it built that still exists today. Put that in the
Yeah.
Easter basket and skip around the part, as well as how much dehumanization is built into our system to where, like,
It's
starting at
horrible.
zero, like, boy, starting at zero and climbing up a mountain, man, like, bro, like, and these people are constantly building at the top of this mountain, so no matter how far it seems like you get up. But I always look at my grandmother, like I
Hmm.
said, she just, made transition. She had an eighth grade education. She remembers having to take in the washing. So our grandmother worked, my great grandmother worked as a domestic, moved from Mississippi to Louisiana during the Great Depression. Her older children had to help with the washing and the
Yeah.
ironing. She had to take in extra.
Mine did too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the people who don't have this depth, like at their kitchen table, like Soul Food Sunday, like, is a real thing for us.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We have elders who impart that wisdom, who tell us this. So my grandmother has literally picked cotton. She did it one time. She sucked at it, but her brothers did it on a regular basis. They told her, you can't ever come back, because the only cotton she picked for basically paid for like part of her lunch. And she didn't make enough to pay for her lunch. So part of they had cotton had to go to the man to pay for her lunch.
Well,
This is
listen,
the
my mama,
1950s. Yeah, these not slave stories. This is 1950s. Like, I've kissed these people. These people came to my birthday parties. They did this.
yeah, look, this is what my mama did. My mama eventually, what mama did was find somebody that was traveling through. That's my sister's daddy. She married him, moved to California,
That's my grandma's second sister.
and joined the Black Panther Party. Yeah, my mama, she and look, that's how she found my dad. They both became a part of the Black Panther Party. And my dad absolutely hated every other race other than black. Um, to the point it was scary. Oh
They
my
survived
god.
so much.
And that's in
They
my
survived a lot.
yeah.
Stuff they don't even talk about.
And
That they would never tell us
and
about.
hopefully my book will be out by November or whatever. Is autobiography on my mom, but I did add my dad in there. Honey, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's my grandma's second sister. She met a man. Like what my grandmother was to say, she went to go see a man about a horse. See, they don't know about that. And so she ends up in Las Vegas and becomes one of the first group of black women that they hire in the casinos in the 1940s. Like, literally, she's got pictures with like Frank and Sammy and all of them, because she was, a cigarette girl.
Really? Oh my god. See, look,
Literally
I
put some
love
kids
stuff
through
like
college like
that.
that. Put
I
some
want
kids through
to know all that type of stuff. Yeah.
cigarette
Oh
girl,
my
collecting cigarettes.
god.
I remember like going as like a little kid in her house, and the coolest stuff was like, she had these giant jars of change. Literally, probably like when she died, there's probably thousands of dollars in her house worth of
Yep.
change. But she just literally come home, empty out her pockets, and put the change in there.
Yep.
Hmm. And they didn't trust banks. When my grandfather died and we were like going through the house under a mattress. They just didn't believe in banks or none of that, you know?
Like, my grandmother found so much stuff for my
Mm.
grandfather transition. Like, it was crazy. Like I wish he had better kept it. Like he had the original Muhammad Ali ebony. Like he had the original, like, but they were just all like they would, were in garages and they were in boxes and they weren't real kept. Like I really low key cried cleaning out their garage, bro, because I'm looking at like literally Smithsonian type stuff. They just had in boxes, tens of thousands of newspapers and like little magazines and little stuff that he collected over the years. I mean, like our ancestors and our elders who are now transitioning, those baby boomers, that great generation group, the ones in their like 80s and 90s. They lived. I mean, you got to think about it. If you were born in 1930 or 1940, your house probably had an outhouse. And if you died in the last 10 or 15 years, you died with
I
like
always like every year. Yeah. And the 1930s to the 1960s, those were the lynching periods. The lynchings, I won't say they bothered that were standing around for the lynching, and you know what I'm saying, rejoicing in it. Like that's the part that bothered me.
yeah, my grandmother's only in Louisiana because technically she's born in Mississippi. True story. Like when she finally does like try to get Social Security, she doesn't have a name on her birth certificate. She is a baby girl. Trust me, the government gives you unholy bejesus if you are trying to get that foolishness fixed. But she moves 2 weeks. She is a 2 week old baby. And she's got three siblings. It's like three of them that's older than her at the time. They have to move in February of 1930. Now remember, the crash happens in October of 29. There is mass chaos going on. Everybody's losing their jobs. These banks are failing. It's the beginning of the bread lines.
Yeah,
And her
yeah,
family has
yeah,
to
yeah.
move from what I call Terra-Sippy to Terra Anna because the only job he could find was at a rice factory in Crowley, Louisiana. If not, him and his four children would have starved, including a brand new baby. And that's how they settled in Louisiana.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, our ancestors were the truth. Like, if you sit back and you just think about all of the things like they had to overcome, they had to endure.
Power off.
Um, like it's crazy, man. Like I wonder that, especially with me being how I am, I'd have been hung.
Girl, I say that all the time. My lineage
They
couldn't
would
have depended
have
on
just
me.
had
Yeah, my
to
lineage couldn't have depended on me. We'd have been done right there. Me and my mouth and man, yeah, I'd have beloved it all the way down and they'd have put me in a river somewhere.
yeah, like look, pick a tree. Just go on, pick a tree. We ain't gonna do it. It's a. It took a long time for me to even like just like my son. And he has to just accept it. And he thought it was because of my disdain for Caucasian people, but it really was just my knowing the troubles that they were gonna go through. Like,
that we made progress, and yet it just feels like every time we make progress, then there's a backlash. We make progress and there's a backlash. Like the golden age of black people, honestly, in America, is at the end of the Civil War. I want you to think about how crazy that is. The amount of wealth that those people were able to amass just that quickly before they brought the hammer down on them. Like
No,
it's
we were
only a decade.
already here.
I mean, but just even thinking about like
Listen,
just that little
but you
short period.
know, we were.
Oh yeah, I mean there are lots of evidence of the trips of people being in this part of the world long before Europeans decided to find whatever they were gonna steal from wherever they were stealing it from. But I'm just talking about just for the people who were physically on those plantations
Yeah,
when they walked out of those plantations with nothing, and then within 2 years they're gonna put the hammer down on them and still with that system. Like they ran the table for like a smooth decade, and then came the backlash. You get the lynching period. You get out of B Wells.
the lynching was one thing, but it was everything else, like the demasculating the men. Um, a lot of times people don't understand that um homosexuality came from Europe, and they used it as a means to belittle black men. Like they called it butt breaking. And I don't think a lot of people know that. Um, if you're familiar with Willie Lynch wrote a letter on how to keep their slaves in line or whatever. And the sad thing about it is it's trickled down. It's work from generation to generation.
Yeah, one thing that really touches me is how much history that we don't know in terms of our wealth. Um, I covered a HBCU basketball team that won a national championship in 1957 during the Jim Crow era, and then won three back-to-back championships, but never got invited to the White House. And so when I think about wealth of our culture, I think because we've always had it, we've never knew how to appreciate it. And I'm so glad that we have historians that are those nerds. I'm glad that we have black nerds in
Yeah,
every sector that we feel like we are not in. And
yeah,
doing what I've done on YouTube and what I do on YouTube, every time that I go live to cover the world, what it has shown me and what it does show me is I am so thankful for the ones that are trying. And that if I can't give them
yeah.
money, I can at least mention their first. Because if somebody hears about their first, maybe
Right.
the right resource or resources can help them rise to their greatness so there can be more people behind them.
Yeah, Think Media and even StreamYard talks about there are 2 billion active daily users on YouTube. 2 billion,
Yeah.
and only 2% of creators reach the 10,000 subscriber mark. 2%, even with 2 billion people watching every day. So there's just this huge untapped market
Yeah.
of
I just want to get look. I just want to get to my 1,000.
same.
Can somebody please just give me to 1,000?
And you both will, trust me.
Yeah.
It is not easy work. Um, and I will say this: each level requires a bigger investment, and I'm saying this now because I'm almost at 2,000 myself now. Being original is a harder climb than being a duplicate. And so at 100 subscribers, this is y'all laboratory to experiment, to try, to fail. Enjoy being in the lab. Um, I do enjoy being in the lab,
Yeah.
but now that I'm climbing, it's like, oh damn. Okay, now I actually got to worry about what chemicals I'm holding, in terms of not actual
Me
chemicals,
though,
y'all.
like
Oh no,
this
I
is the
get it.
thing.
Like seriously, I get it.
Look, the thing with me is I want a channel where we talk about everyday things, racism, the stuff that goes on with women, the LGBTQI or whatever. I want to talk about all that. I want to talk about real life issues. I like reality TV. And you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem like, you know what I'm saying, covering it. But I wanna talk about situations in our community. Um as black women, as black men, as you know what I'm saying, like stuff that relates to us. That's what I want my channel to be.
No, for sure. And no, oh, go ahead, Miss Uplifting T. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I support your goal, and that's why I really made it intentional to join smaller channels. I watch larger content, but I specifically subscribe to help my fellow CCs.
Yeah.
No, for sure. No, for sure. And this is the thing too. Um, Make sure that you know that you're worthy. Um, and don't let temporary moments dictate the fulfillment of your experience, because I know that starting out anything with business or anything with a goal, you are going to feel, good damn, can I really do this? Is anybody out there? Do I even believe I can do it? Everybody, think about the Oscars. Everybody in there has had to fill out something just to be noticed, to get in that room. That's why I often joke with my friends that when I host the Oscars, I'm gonna say, wow, look at this theater, this Dolby theater full of a bunch of failures. Excuse me? Oh yeah, every one of y'all have failed. But look at y'all now though. I mean, can we think about movies and how many movies people have said have sucked, but people have loved it? So recognize that you're worthy. If you recognize that you are worthy, then other people will join you. To use a phrase, don't invite me to a party that you're not
But see,
excited.
the thing with me is like with me, I'm educated, but I'm wretched. You feel me?
That's okay.
Like
You
I
you see
got,
bad. You see Natalie
I
Nunn
got.
has a job.
Wait a minute. I got 2 degrees, but I'm still wretched. Everybody know that. Even at work, they call me nurse ratchet or nurse ghetto. You know what I'm saying? I cannot not be me. Like I just can't.
But you know what? But you know what though? Do not negate the greatness that's in you either, because everybody needs somebody. Everybody's an expert at something, and everybody's
And I
not an
don't
expert
wanna.
at something. No. Follow what I'm saying. Everyone's an expert at something, and everyone's not an expert at something. There was a show, one of my mom's favorite shows was Touched by an Angel.
Loved it with Della Reese. My grandma used to watch that like every week.
The legendary Della Reese. By the way, Della Reese was the first
Yes,
African
I
American
love it
woman to
too.
have her own talk show.
That
Yes.
is
Della Reese, Della Reese, and and the white woman who is the wife of who's the wife of Mark Brunette,
Roma Downey Jr. I mean Roma Downey. Yeah, that's her name. I think.
Romer Downey.
That's her. She's
There was
problematic. We'll talk about that another time.
yes, there was a interview that they had because she was Della Reese was the pastor of a church, and Della Reese lost her daughter during the taping of Touched by an Angel. And Rama Downey said, I'm going to take you to the airport. Della Reese said, no, you're going to stay here and finish this scene. And Ronnie said, I don't give a care. I am taking you to the airport. So the reason why I bring that story up to you, Swamp Talk, is because everybody needs somebody exactly who they are. For every Braylon Lee, they need a Louisiana Chick. They need a Miss Uplifting T. So
Yes.
what you feel like may be ghetto or ratchet may be perfection or knowledge to somebody else. And that's
But
what
see, here's the thing. I don't care about nobody calling me ghetto or wretched. Like it is what it is. I'm not Stormy. If you think I'm ratchet, bitch, yeah, I probably am. Like, cause I will fight you. Like, I don't, I do not care. Like, I will. LPN, license, all that stuff. I don't care nothing about it. If you coming me wrong, baby, I'm gonna check your temperature. So stuff like that doesn't bother me. I believe stuff like that bothers Stormy because she doesn't want to be that way because of the circle that she's in. And me, I don't care. Because if you coming me wrong, I'm coming at your ass wrong. Okay, somebody say something.
Oh, I'm here. I am here. I'm just typing out something on Instagram to somebody. But no, both of you will be fine.
No, my mom walked in with her cell phone. You know how that is.
But no, just stay to yourself, of yourself, and by yourself. Enjoy the journey. And the best piece of advice I can give you, and this is how I do everything that I do. If I was not doing this, how would I want to see it? And then get to that. Um, so yeah.
See, I like raw reactions. I like people first reactions to whatever is going on. That's what I like. I don't like scripted stuff.
And one of the things I was just gonna say before I had to help, you know how it is. Like there's 1,000 memes about moms and cell phones, as Gen Xers helping our boomer parents. But there's somebody, just it's like being in love. We gravitate to who we gravitate. You could be in the club with
Yeah.
1,000 people, 500 people. It ain't gonna be but 2, 3 people that catch your eye, and it may not be anybody. You're gonna go home and watch Netflix.
Right.
So the people that are gonna gravitate to
Yeah.
you, your energy, your space, your information, your style, they'll come. And one of the things I was gonna ask Braylon was, as he's been on his journey, because I'm really enjoying learning, whether it's learning about the thumbnails,
Yeah.
about creating the long form content, about using the short form content. I am enjoying that aspect of the lab because, like I said, shout out to all the black nerds out there. Shout out to all those kids that still got a bunch of books, real paper books, the kind you could touch and maybe set on fire if it gets, like it does in Texas when our governor doesn't want to pay the light bill and he turns off all the power. He's a degenerate. So yeah, the people that are attracted to your energy, like they will come, just like how the people who love you are in your circle, in real life, they will come. And so I'm actually kind of enjoying like not having a lot of eyeballs on me because there's so many times if the audio doesn't work right, or I go back and I check it, and I'm like, I'm making this list of 1,000 things I'm critical of. So, Braylon, talk me down, tell me how it's going.
It's going really good. I think the thing for me, when I first got into YouTube, I got into YouTube in a way that it was taking lemons and making lemonade out of it. But got through it. And then after that I was like, okay, what can I do different? And so I just literally went onto Canva, and Canva's a great resource if anybody's looking for any way to find their voice. And if you go on my channel, you'll see it, but it's called Brainley's Virtual Tour. And so what I did, my first video was a long form 1-hour video. And so I'm like, what if I could take reality TV and make a virtual tour out of it? So Candy, Kenya, Sheree, and add dynamic city video. So for those of you who don't know what dynamic means in terms of video, it's almost like a still picture. Still picture means it's just still, there's no activity, but dynamic means it's movement. So I'm like, if I do nighttime city dynamic video while talking about reality TV, yeah, this is a vibe. So it's like you're on the highways and byways of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we're stopping by Candy, so he was going with Candy. We're stopping by Sonya, so he was going with Sonya. So that became Brainley's virtual tour. And then I'm like, okay, well, I mean, there is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all these virtual continents. And on these virtual continents are virtual cities. And in these virtual cities are different destinations in terms of hot topics and news. So let's go on a virtual tour of what's happening in the virtual world. So, it's been going good for me. It took a minute for people to really get the concept of it. Because I always say higher is weighing, lower is available. But either way, we're live on tour. But it's a good time. It really is. I had to make mistakes, had to be wrong sometimes, and I had to feel like I wanted to do it. So, but yeah, it's going good. It's going good.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
Currently 8 o'clock here in Central Standard Time, so I am going to go finish cooking dinner
Okay.
and press go. But thank you so much for
Look,
inviting me
so
up. And
what do y'all
Braylon,
think about what do
Oh,
y'all
no
think
problem.
about Wanda's life?
I know it exists. I know that much. So I don't know what she said. I heard that. No. I mean, when I say that, my video exists on YouTube. Your video exists on YouTube. This uplifting tea video exists on YouTube. I didn't say that as a derogatory term. It exists on YouTube. but I don't know what she said.
Was that the one from Dawn's Live this morning? Was that it?
Yep.
That was horrible. It's just unfortunate. Like you said, you created a niche, Braylon, where it was commentary, but it was unique to you and your creative flair and, like you say, your style and the substance you actually want to bring. Same thing with you, Louisiana Swamp Chick. Um, you're creating an environment that is unique to you, and I just don't know if creating the environment that she's choosing to create, and not alone. Let's just be fair. We can't, say it's just her. But yeah, because I did a video about somebody else who goes live all the time and says the most horrible things, just derogatory things, ridiculous, always reading to people, just always going off. And I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? Because there's so many ways for you to like be on there and big up in people. Like the people could be putting positive stuff in the chat, but the people that you've drawn to you with your style and the lack of substance, or just people that want to hear you just throw rocks, throw rocks, throw rocks, and you live in a glass house. It's crazy.
Yeah, and not to mention too, I when it comes to Uncle Wanda, I truly do feel that as much as you've worked, as much as you've done, this is the best time of your life. You don't have any, I mean, you have your kids, but they're grown. You can wake up and go exactly where you want to go. And this is what you want to do. And people can say, well, Braylon, that's her right. You all you do is talk on YouTube. Okay, yes, but to your point, Miss Uplifting T, it's how I do it. And I don't think Uncle Wanda gets that the reason why people rag on her is because she is a public figure who does not understand that she has the right to be criticized because she put herself out here. And if you don't think that you are not going to say things and not get a response back, you might as well just log off of YouTube. Unless it's to the point where you're doing this because you have no value in you to create anything original. So you gotta bully others because at the end of the day, you have nothing original.
I absolutely agree. And that's the real problem. You don't have anything original to add. That's the real issue. And that's unfortunate because you could, like you say, you do the research on the things that I want to report on. I do the research and cover. It's not that hard to put in the time.
Exactly. But you have to want to put in the time as well. And it's just like I know that content creation is not easy. It's not. But my mom has a phrase that she said to me, I'll never forget. You'll get more flies with honey than vinegar. And
Shout out to the elders.
yes, indeed. Shout out to the elders for sure. And I don't think she gets why, she doesn't have a lot of flies over there because they are so repulsed by the vinegar.
I absolutely agree. Well, guys, y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys soon. And again, thank you so much. I shared the stream on my page, so hopefully
Wonderful.
the replay game will enjoy our conversation tonight because I think it was powerful. I think it was really uplifting. I think it was positive, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. Much love. Have a wonderful night, Miss Uplifting T. Louisiana, you still there? Swamp Talk? 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 Well, y'all, Swamp Talk, I don't know if she can hear me, but thank you guys for being here. Let me thank everybody who came through. Miss Uplifting T, Nikki News on Narcissism, Lady B, House of Queens TV, Chef Don Don, PNT Ross, Snatched by Diego. Thank you all so much. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe to Miss Uplifting T, the UNIT, and also subscribe to Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick 318. Of course, myself, Braylon Lee, as well. Yes, indeed.
Hey. Wow.
Swamp Talk, you there?
Chris. Talk to you.
Hello?
Chris. Talk to you.
Swamp Talk, you there? You're still live.
Still live.
Guys, we are still live on YouTube, everybody. I don't know where Swamp Talk is, but I'll stay here with you guys. I thought that was a great discussion about Black wealth. I thought it was a great discussion about how we see ourselves, and also too just the broken mindset of power that people have. It goes to show that we need more education, we need more investment, and we need more collaboration. So it was truly a great conversation, it really was.
Chris. You gonna laugh? Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here, brother.
Yeah, she done fell asleep, brother.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I was wondering.
All right. Don't laugh.
All right,
brother.
y'all. No. I'm not laughing at her. I'm not laughing at her, good sir. I'm just laughing of just
All
to
right.
laugh, sir. So no, it is all good. But yeah, everybody. So I think that's the end of the. Do you know how to end StreamYard, sir?
How do you know? I really don't.
Okay, so if you're seeing her screen right now, there is a end stream button at the top right hand corner. Okay, I will say bye for her, and then you just hit end stream. Good night, everybody. A great show, and we will end it now. Go right ahead, my man. Oh, okay. So when that happened, then there should be another option, and then you hit that one too. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that. My bad, brother.